Hello everyone, welcome to another battle report. This time a 1500 points per player 3-player game. I'm going to go over the battlefield first. We have a deployment zone here going like this. They are number 3. We have some more terrain. Over here we have another deployment zone. Goes here to here. Player number 2. More open areas. Then this deployment zone goes across here to here. This is player number 1. And in the center, there's another objective under this guy. Center of the battlefield. So if you control your objective, it's worth 1 point. If you control your opponent's objective, it's worth 2 points. And the middle objective is worth 2 points. And that's it. Most points at the end. We'll score points at the end of... we haven't decided yet. It might be player turn, it might be battle round. Player turn makes more sense to get actual points and not just give a huge advantage to whoever goes last. But we will see. So I'm just doing this ahead of time. The other guys won't be here till tomorrow. But go over my list real quick. We have Orcs. We are playing Goths. HQ is this guy right here. He's a beast boss on Squigosaur. He has the Iron Gob relic. So before he consolidates, if he's still within an inch of someone, on a 2+, he does D3 mortal wounds. His Warlord trait is Brutal but Cunning, +1 attack for each attack that didn't reach the damage step. So I'm hoping that makes him a pretty good close combat guy. And then second HQ is right over here. We have a weird boy. He knows Dead Jump and Fists of Gork and Smite. And now I don't have enough big units, so I don't think I'll ever get the opportunity to do 2 spells. But that's okay, he can do just 1. Then for troop we have 10 Gretchen, 10 Beast Snagaboys. We have 9 Warbikes. 1 has a knob with power claw. We have 5 Deathcopters, no upgrades. The Megatrack Scrapjet. We have a Bone Breaker. We have 5 Flash Kits. We have a Dakajet. And then we have a proxy, kind of. We have this. This is the other GW game. So it's technically a GW Dakajet. But we'll just put it on the base for now. And that's it. That is my 1,500 point list. That's the board and the game. Actually, I'm going to roll for it right now. I don't have a dice. Alright. 1, 2, 3. We will score points at the end of each player turn. 4, 5, 6. It will be battle round. That is a 2. So that is after each player turn. So at the end of your end step, you score points. So that makes going first to get to the center worth it. But then everyone will shoot you off it. So we'll see how that goes. So on to the second armies, the next clip. Okay, we have Terminators. The Dark Angels have arrived. Leading the army is the Chaplain. He has the Shroud of Heroes, -1 to hit him at all times. And Inexorable, probably said that wrong, but I don't care. -1 damage to a minimum of 1. So we have the Chaplain. Sorry about the lighting, it's kind of dark in here. Then we have 5 Knights with a Watcher in the Dark. 5 Terminators, Watcher in the Dark, with some Plasma Cannon. 5 Terminators, with Watcher in the Dark, some Typhoon Missile Launcher. 5 Terminators with an Assault Cannon. 5 Terminators with Plasma Cannon, both with Watchers in the Dark. 5 Assault Terminators with Thunderhammer Storm Shields and Typhoon Missile Launcher. And this Watcher in the Dark is actually secretly working for me, because it's a Goblin. And that is the list, 1,500 points. And here we have Space Wolves, kind of which I wish I was playing Blood Angels so that we could just play Marines versus Marines. The Warlord is the captain. He has Angel Artifice, and he has a 2+ save, +1 wound, +1 toughness. Warlord trait is Hunter. He can advance and charge. We have the Chaplain, Master of Sanctity. He has Indominus Armor, 2+ save, 3+ invulnerable save once per game for the phase. And his litanies are Hate, Strength, and Rage. The Dark Angel player is also using Rage and Hate for his litanies. And we have 10 Heavy Intercessors with a Heavy Bolter, 3 Thunderwolf Cavalry, 3 Bikes, Primaris Bikes. This is a 10-man squad. I just split it up because it looks better. Of Assault Intercessors, 3 Aggressors with the Bolters and Frag, and the little gunboat. I'm not going over what he has because that's a lot. And that's it for 1,500 points. We'll be back. Roll off for turn 1. Okay, here we are after deployment. We have Terminators, 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 and a Chaplain, with 2 units of Terminators and the Knights in reserve. Gonna deep strike in. The Orcs barely fit. We got the vehicles, the Deathcopters, the bikes, the Gretchen. The Peace Boys are in the vehicle. And we've just decided that that's a drone that they're testing out to see if it's as effective as a Dakajet. And over here, have Heavy Intercessors, Aggressors, Captain, Assault Intercessors, Gunboat, Thunderwolf Cavalry, Bikes, and Chaplain. Space Wolves have 10 command points. Dark Angels have 12 command points. Orcs have 12 command points. So now to see who goes first. We have Space Wolves with a 4, Orcs with a 6, Dark Angels with a 6. Reroll. You have a loaded dice. Roll it again. If it's a 6, you lose. Okay, you're good. Oh, the 5. Dark Angels turn 1. Then it will be Orcs and then Space Wolves. We've also decided that when shooting in close combat that you're not a part of, half of your shots will go to each unit, and rounding up to whatever you want to hit. Just because why would you not shoot at your enemy if you have a chance of hitting your other enemy? So that's how we're going to do it. We'll be back after Dark Angels turn 1. Best turn ever. Those guys stood still, shot a missile at the Thunderwolf Cavalry, failed to save, re-rolled with a command point, made his save. Those guys moved up. Those guys moved and advanced. That is all. And the Laughing God right there just laughs the whole time. Alright, well everyone tried to clear out of here, and I forgot that he has nothing but Deep Strikers. So I used the jump to teleport the Grots back over here, so he couldn't Deep Strike 2 units of Terminators in here. These guys moved up all just out of range. These guys moved up here. The Knob was just in range and line of sight to shoot them. Did nothing. Both Dakajets. The first one shot into this unit, did 2 wounds. Second Dakajet was like, well, I want to kill 1 model. And that's it. 3 wounds was all that was caused. The Dakajets have the 2 additional Super Shooters, so 36 shots. Yeah, 1 guy. Moral victory's mine. Dark Angels are at 1 point. Orcs are at 1 point. On to Space Wolves, turn 1. Okay, due to line of sight and not wanting to move out in the complete open to all of this, the aggressors stood and waited. These guys copied the Gretchen and said no Terminators in our backfield. These guys stood still for a turn. Then everything else kind of moved out this way, shot into those Terminators, and were able to kill 2. And then one victory point for holding the objective hidden right here. And it's 1-1 going into turn 2 for the Dark Angels. Let's see how many Terminators come into play.
One that I gave them.
Okay, Terminators, 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 and Terminators. Everything came in. These guys shot and killed a flash git. These guys shot and... No, these guys killed the flash git. This guy tried and failed. Then these guys shot into the Thunderwolf. Managed to kill one with the plasma cannon and Typhoon missile launcher and bolter fire with the AP1. And then these guys came in and did some shooting too. And yeah, one Thunderwolf dead, one on 2 wounds, and scored 2 victory points for the center, 1 for their own. Currently at 4 points. On to Orcs Turn 2. Okay, so we did some shooting. These guys ran over here. These guys moved up on the objective. These guys moved up. These guys moved over, hiding from this, kind of. And then shot into these guys. Everything else pretty much shot into those guys. Killed those guys. These guys down to 2. Bonebreaker made a charge in. Used a stratagem to do D3 mortal wounds and kill the guy. And then combat only did 2 wounds. And then the Daka Jets, one shot at the remaining guys, the other one shot at the Thunderwolves, and killed one Thunderwolf, did some wounds on another. And we're stuck in the middle. These guys and their only wound on 4s is so good. Bonebreaker had not 11 attacks, but because he was wounding on 4s instead of 2s, yeah, did not much. On to Space Wolves, turn 2. Okay. Space Wolves, that's what I'm looking for. Did 2 damage to the Knights. Did some damage to these Terminators over here. Took some damage in close combat and Overwatch with the bikes and the Chaplain. And the Thunderwolf decided to charge these guys and got killed in Overwatch. That was it for Space Wolves turn 2. On to Dark Angels turn 3. Okay, Dark Angels turn. The Knights moved and charged the battle wagon. It's down to 11 wounds. These guys didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. Well, they did. It's just saves were made, and we both rolled pretty good for saves and not good for our attacks. The Daka Jet over there took a couple wounds. This was just a mosh pit of death. The bikes lost some guys. Terminators took some wounds. Just kind of everyone fighting everyone. And I think that's it. Current score for Dark Angels is 7. Other armies are at 2. On to Orcs, turn 3. Okay, well that was definitely a turn. Everything kind of moved up and shot everything in the middle. We got him down to 1 knight on 1 wound, but he has objective secured, so he still holds the objective. Those boys failed their charge, or that would have been points for me. The bikers shot and charged and killed a couple of those guys. And not much damage in return. The Daka Jets over here killed one of these guys in a wound, and then shot into all that, and nothing. And that's it. Just a little bit of shooting. Did a little bit. 3 points for the Orcs. On to Space Wolves, turn 3. Okay, so we did make a mistake. He did not have objective secured, so I did score those points. And then these guys shot into combat. No, the tank. The tank came over and shot. Killed some Death Coptas and did the last wound to the Knight. These guys took some pot shots. Did some more damage to the bikes, which I actually forgot my test. 3, I think, fails, so 1 dies, and the other guy lives. So this guy is dead. I'll double check just to make sure 3 doesn't fail. And then combat over here, he lost his bike, and that's pretty much it. He got a CP, or he got a victory point for having his objective. And that is it. So current score is 7 for Dark Angels, 5 for the Orcs, and 3 for the Space Wolves going into turn 4. Dark Angels. Okay, so the Chaplain charged in got him down to 2 wounds, but then died when he attacked back. The bikes over there got the Terminator down to 1 wound. He killed 1 guy in return. He's objective secured, so he still gets the point. Then over here, these Terminators and Chaplain just can't kill themselves or each other. They're just hitting each other, talking, just hanging out. So on to Orcs, turn 4. So the Space Wolves shot from here, didn't do anything, made my 1 little save. This guy shot everything into the boys so that the captain could charge and get up there. He killed 4 of them. I rolled a 1 for my test, so they stuck around. The captain made his charge into the scrapjet and wrecked it. The tank tried to make his charge, but failed by 1. This guy fell back with the intent of them kind of teaming up, because currently, the way things are, they can't stop me from getting the points unless everything goes perfect and absolutely nothing happens to them. So because of that, I'm on 10, and Dark Angels can't get to enough objectives that are worth 2 points, so the best they can do is 1 is 9. So we've decided to call it here with a narrow orc victory. Hope you enjoyed. If you have any comments, suggestions, or anything else, feel free to leave them in the comments section below.